Hi guys, it's me, just listening again, and for this video is dedicated to the Avatar Live Airbender vlogs. I would like to cover episode 11 of season 1 of this great show. This is called The Great Divide. It's awesome. Now, before I get into it, this is in the Book of Water, which is actually kind of important because the Great Divide is like the Grand Canyon, only a much larger scale than what the Grand Canyon actually is. It's more about it's more 10 times as big as the Grand Canyon, at least. Which I love this a bit for because it shows, like in one of the previous episodes, it shows an area in which guitarists, waterbending, and airbending respectively can't do anything really major to help out the situation. But it does provide for some very good scenery and some good humor and storytelling. They talk about the past, and they talk about they introduce kids to a very important concept in filmmaking and just in general discussions, and that being the Rashomon effect. Well, I'll get into that in a little bit. Right now, let me talk about the main episode itself. And we saw with Team Avatar being composed of Aang, Katara, Sokka, and the animals being Momo and Appa. Now, Sokka and Katara are mostly survivalists. They know how to handle themselves in that survival situation, and they start an argument over how to pitch a tent versus how to collect firewood for the night. Now, this is coming later on when they go into the Great Divide, which is both physical and literal, because there's a Grand Canyon-esque obstacle, and then there's a divide between ideologies and there's hatred among two groups of people. Now, with this, you get to the Grand Canyon area the day after the little spat, and you have to cross the gigantic expanse. Or look at how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful nature is. If we had spent time in the water tribe from then on, and we didn't meet the Avatar, we would have seen it as a beautiful sight, as beautiful natural wonder. And so yeah, whatever, sure, whatever. There's another little irritation. So now, we get introduced to these two people, which is two groups of people called the Jang and the Zhang, I think they called. And one is more barbaric, obviously, and the other is more prim and proper. And they want to take the guide for themselves. So they have, well, the prim and proper group have this guide. And he's voiced distractingly by the guy who plays Zuko. And I can't think of it, the actor's name offhand, but they have him being played by that guy. For some reason, I guess maybe because Zuko was in the episode proper, so they had to give it to him. Like, I'm including the episode guys. Don't have it. So they have him in there, and he wanted to reserve the guide of an Earthbender for the proper group. Now, this prim proper group, I do have some experience with people like that. I think that's too good to talk to me and to give me the time of day. And I know this is more with Chinese people or Asian people in general. I think that they're too pretty and too good looking to speak to me for whatever reason. And yet, this is further reinforced by the fact that we are in the battle scene between them and the more barbaric people. They take up a stance with their swords, like they take up war, like Shangla from the Soul Color Brigade. So anyway, they have that person there, and the barbaric group was like, no, we got here first. You can't. We have sick people with us. We have elderly people with us too, and so the prim proper group say, we have old people. They take precedence over sick people, and then the Avatar steps in and says that Apple will take the two groups by themselves separately over to the other side. So they agree to that, and then the prim proper group is more like the Earth Kingdom citizens. Well, the all Earth Kingdom citizens, but these people are more dressed in pure white garb, so that signifies more royalty, more stuffiness, more uppity attitudes. And the other guys are more brown and more dirty and more filthy. So the guy says to everyone, now don't bring any food down, otherwise it could be dangerous for everyone. So they all go down together, nice, begrudgingly together, and they all go down, and they all have little they all enjoy his earthbending abilities and his ability to talk about how chains are formed, all kind of expert advice and stuff. There's even a rock slide that happens where the guy ends up very graceful move to deflect the rock so the chicken below it can't hurt anybody. It's kind of like it kind of uses like a waterbending technique to move the rock, maybe because of rock flow, I guess. So anyway, he does this, and then they end up reaching the bottom of this chain area. So he ends up launching a big rock to the block the way that they came in, to prevent any Fire Nation people from coming down to getting them. So, okay. But in the process of it, he gets ambushed by what they call a cane crawler, which is a very cool creature that looks like a cross between an alligator, a crocodile, and a tarantula, which is really creepy and really cool. But then the guy ends up inconveniently disabled to the point that he can't do any rock bending, and the other people said to defend themselves. So they end up having to split up because they can't get over the awful ways. They can't get over the fact that they hate one another for no particular reason. They're saying, I hate this of the group, or I hate this of the barbarians, or I hate the prim proper group. I think the Shang and the Zhang, I think that's what it's called. So anyway, the Avatar says, no, we have to go our separate ways down this skinny road. Thank God that none of the routes actually lead to dead end, but metaphorically and literally. So, the one group gets Tara and the other one gets Sokka. So, they go down the route. They both talk to each other. They all talk to the leaders respectfully, and then they say, those people are filthy, they're disgusting, and then he told a story about how they got to be hatred, and how they share the hatred with each other, and also it comes out to be Jiang Wei was going back in the past, and he was meant to deliver an orb to the Western Gate or the Eastern Gate, part of the redemption ritual. So, during the course of that travel, the guy was ambushed by Wei Jin, which actually is kind of funny because it's like the reverse of the names Wei Jin when Jin Wei. That's something to notice too. So, you see that one of the guys was ambushed by the other one, the barbarian one. So the barbarian side of the story is that the barbarian one was trying to help him out, like the noble version of him was trying to help out the guy that was painting and thirsty and dying of hunger and stuff. But he wanted to deliver that ball, the sphere, that like jewel or whatever it was, to the East Gate without any that took precedence over his hunger and almost dying. But the barbarian guy was in prison illegally for 20 years. So anyway, I noticed that when it comes to this thing, when they get to the story, the prim proper group, the Earth Kingdom group, the royalty group, was told the story, and of course they have to make their boy seem to be idealized, kind of like a Olympic guardian type runner type guy. And when the barbarian told the story, they have to make it so that the barbarian guy was like noble and all this stuff. Kind of like the noble savage Native American mythology and stuff that the white boys would call the Native American noble savage and stuff like that too. But anyway, they were back in the pen time. There was a thing about that the groups were trying to convince Saka and Qatar and Haiti that you more because they were back them up on certain things like the 10th style and all that stuff. So back to the beginning of the episode too. So in any case, they had for that they kind of got to be side going for each other. But it turned out that the more prim and proper people, the more fragile the idyllic, more raw group smuggled food into the camp, into the Greek divide. Because they assumed that the other guys would pick food into their own camp, being that they're untrustworthy and filthy and disgusting and all this stuff. Meanwhile, they're just as terrible as they otherwise are. Meanwhile, back in the other group, the barbarian group did bring food because they assumed that the other people would bring their own food because they assumed that they're untrustworthy and whatever. So anyway, they both keep bringing food with them. So when they reach Great Divide and the end of it, they end up having to number one, come up with a solution to how to get over the other side of the wall. The other side of the mountain, because the guy is still laid up. And they also have a whole herd of king callers coming down on them to try to eat them in their food. So I'm using fighting each other with the swords and the more practical and more legal people who try to do with the sword fight know that stuff like this style, whereas barbarians have more of a stance of come at me, bro. We're nice little angular lightning bolt shaped sword. Pretty awesome. So they end up drawing their attention to the king callers because they want to fight the mutual enemy, the enemy and my friend and all that, I should say mutual enemy type thing. Let's draw force, let's coalesce forces together. So Aang notices that the characters like king calls are going after their food, the mutual food. After Aang blasts, the two groups are bringing their own food and then separating them like, you go to your corner, you go to your corner. He ends up saving them by having the king callers be like horses for them, and they use the bags for the food to actually use them for like bridles, bridles and muzzles for the king callers because it takes over their mouth parts. So then from that they're able to wrangle up the king callers. The brute strength of the barbaric group help out a little bit with running them up, and it gets a more agile regal group makes it more spectacle for them. They put the bag over their faces, over the chemical faces. So then they end up crawling over they end up getting everybody up safely over over the top, over the lip of the can to safety. Now, I like this part because I actually lose the temper big time when it comes to the Yang and the Shang, because they both endangered the whole group because of stupidity. And this is the first time I think that he loses temper when it comes to that too. In the entire show. So far. So yeah, I think this is a real good episode. It shows how people can put aside the differences and help out each other and provide mutual aid to each other. And good listen to the kids. Now, normally this would be considered like a low level tier episode of this magnificent show. But as usual, I see something that normally wouldn't be able to see properly unless you have like other knowledge to go with it. And in this case, it's my knowledge of the movie S01. It came out in 1950, directed by Akira Kurosawa. Now this movie is really awesome because it portrays an event, in this case a murder, by four people, by four witnesses. Each witness has his or her own view of the events that take place. All of them are faulty in some capacity or another. So that's what's called the Rashomon effect. It's the actual it's what they call the fallibility of eyewitnesses, that no one can truly see all the events unless they look at camera or tape recorder or something present there. So, how did this apply to this episode? Well, the whole event that kicks off this feud, this blood hatred war between the two groups. And you put this sentence as the avatar that, like, so, quote unquote, saw the events happen. It actually does portray that very good in the form of like it's just like a little kid's first introduction to this type of thing, which is normally safe for like police procedural movies and TV shows, you know, where they have like three witnesses and they all seen a certain event happen, murder or an accident or something, and they all tell the story. So the job of the court or the jury to decide who's right and who's wrong and blah 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 and all this stuff. So it's like that. Now one group said that my guy is in the right. Another guy says I was in my guy was is illegally confined, for 20 years, in prison for 20 years. And so Aang comes in there and says, I knew these two people. I knew that it was just a game that they were playing. almost like a permanent version of soccer. Yeah, European soccer, European football, I should say, and that the jewel that they were using to cross between two areas, west and east and gate, was a game that they played, and that the noble guy, fumbled the ball, and the other guy took it and ran to the other goal. About the barbarian guy, and that when he stood out of bounds, he was in prison, like a timeout, and it wasn't for 20 years, it was for more like 2 minutes. So from there, it kind of got exaggerated, and it got into more of a so-called version of the game telephone. So for an episode that was based on a blood hatred like the Hadfield and the McCoys, it was kind of like a restaurant effect for a little kid, something not to learn about, and that no one side is right. So even when Ang said that he made it all up, that was kind of like a third witness restaurant effect, because he was given his own eyewitness account, or his own eyewitness account, because he was 120, 112 years old at the time that happened. I mean, he was 12 years old. They said, I remember those two brats, and I remember the game that they were playing. So, it's kind of like in the episode to talk about that. I know these two people, rather than having them talk about the problems to the Avatar. He's supposed to bring people together, and animals and spirits and things of that nature. But I actually enjoyed that part of it. And at the end, they think, it's kind of silly that the Avatar was able to point out that he saw the event. It was kind of silly that these two individuals caused such hatred and violence toward each other, toward our groups. Let's just forget about it. So yeah, they did something okay to make up. And then when everyone leaves, and you're like, I made all up Star and Soccer. And they said, you didn't make it up. Yep, I made it all up. And I love the way he said, is that custard pie over there? After he shoved all the food over the edge for the king call to go after them. So yeah, that was a fun episode to go through. And one thing though too, I really liked the training guys at the end and after his injury, like, the training calls are going to go get me. They got used to me. Then they want to go finish up the job. I have a little bit of PTSD there. And he was saying, I don't want to become part of the food chain. I don't want to be eaten alive. He was like, pretty funny. And he was like, I'm quitting this after this and that. I'm going to quit this. So he was just very funny. I enjoyed the whole cane pole thing and the fact that they put so much risk in an area where any guitar couldn't do anything at this point with the learning and stuff. I'm sure later on if they went out, if they came back to the Great Divide area, earth bending or at least a little bit of rock bending, they would be able to do something more for these people. But I understand this is a good episode, and I would like to say that I like talking about the 11th chapter of book 1 of I've saw a lot in there because like I said, of the Rashomon effect, which in itself is also a term based on a Japanese movie. Again, hitting home with the Asian thing too. So as such, I give this whole episode my happy face to approval. Even though it's very odd that at the end, and got rid of all the food on the king lip to divert the attention of the evil king crawlers. But yet there was one custard pie left over for himself to do with the puppy dog guys like, let me eat that. Yeah, it does show good management and good skill in resolving conflict by the avatar. If you like what you hear, you want to see more of my videos and such, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can also give me any more input on future content on my future videos and such. Like, call me or texting me at 631-707-3707. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter or X, if you prefer, at P. Nelson Pro. Also, my email is at jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I salute all you Avatar fans out there. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. Aloha. I'll see you in the next vlog. All you girls and guys in Thailand. See ya.